Crissy O here from Crissy O's Clucky, Chronicles and CrissyOShow.com. I keep peeking over that way because the turkeys are quiet and they're staring at me from their little brooder box from the other room. And anyway, I'm just making sure that they don't jump back on top of the water feeder thing and hop out and come over here and try to join me, because we got a lot of stuff going on today. We're going to talk about stuffed bell peppers, Granny's recipe. They actually taste like tacos, so pretty good. We're going to get that together for y'all today. We're going to check on the turkey babies, bacon and eggs. That's their names. We're not cooking bacon and eggs, but anyway, check in with them. We're going to check in with the free-ranging fluffs outside. Let's get started with this thing. I heart y'all great big. Thanks for watching, subscribing, following. You guys are awesome. Thank you for clicking on those affiliate links on the website too at CrissyOShow.com and ordering things from Tractor Supply, True Leaf Market, and Grub Terra and Uncle Jim's Worm Farm. I can't thank y'all enough. It really is helping my little farm and my little fluff. So thank y'all, thank y'all. Let's get it started with some bell peppers. Before we get started on this, I want to talk about the bell pepper. Alright, so let's get the show started. Talk about this wonderful bell pepper. Now, these are vibrant veggies, alright? They're not just tasty. Some people don't like them, but I do. But I want to let you guys know that they got a cool history and some awesome health little benefits. But that's up for you to decide. I'm just letting you know a few things here. Now, first, let's do a little bit of history. Bell peppers, otherwise called capsicum annum, alright? They come from Central and South America, where they've been cultivated for what I understand over 9,000 years, way before like Columbus sailed the seas, alright? So when he brought them back to Europe in the late 1400s, they were called peppers because they had a little bit of a slight twang, you know, a spiciness, and it kind of reminded people of like eating the black peppercorns, that kind of thing. So unlike their fiery cousins that we know, some people love them, some people don't, jalapenos, bell peppers are kind of sweet. They're kind of mild flavored, and they just make them great for like what I'm gonna do today is stuffed bell peppers with a little twist that my granny used to do for us. And when I tell you Granny Lorraine was the cook of the year, honey, let me tell you, I learned a lot of stuff from that woman, and I'm so glad I was able to get a lot of her recipes and stuff from there. Anyway, let's talk about the benefits of bell peppers, and that's up to you, your personal opinion. If you think it's a benefit, great. If you don't, whatever. But they do have some nutritious values and some things that could potentially help you out. They got vitamin C in it, and just one of the medium bell peppers, like this one right here, it's pretty much got quite a bit of your vitamin C that you might need for the whole day, for your daily dose. Alright? They're loaded with vitamin A. They say they're good for your eyes, and they're great for fighting inflammation, antioxidants, and they're low in calories. But you know, you can eat them if you want to. You can eat them raw. That's a benefit there. You can cook them, whatever you want to do. You can roast the seeds. So it doesn't matter if you choose green, yellow, red, orange. Every color that you get in bell pepper. I just happen to have green today. And these came from my wonderful aunt and uncle's garden. Just beautiful. Look at that. We're going to wash them up in just a little bit. But anyway, every color that you find's got a different flavor and a different something of like the sweetness in them, if you want to call them sweet. So they got a good like earthy flavor to me. And you know, you get the different colors because they change their colors, you know. So you pick your favorite, whatever you want, and let's get started. And our stuffed bell pepper with the taco flavor to it. And we're going to get these bad boys in the oven. So I want you to stick around and just see how these beauties turn out. Alright y'all, if I've got to tell you to wash your vegetables when they come out of the garden or garden center or the grocery store, then something's wrong with you. You got to wash these things. First of all, when they come directly out of the garden like these, they've got remnants of garden. All kinds of stuff stuck in all these crevices. So you've got to put them in this colander here and you've got to wash them. And I don't mean just run water over the top of them. You're going to have to use a scrubby dub. I don't care if you use a clean rag, a sponge, whatever it is. But you got to scrubby dub and get all that stuff in there. Otherwise you're going to eat dirt. We don't want to eat dirt. I mean, you might like dirt, but I don't like dirt. And I don't want to eat dirt. So let's take these over to the sink. And we're going to scrubby dub. We're going to wash these and we're going to come back and we're going to cut into them and hollow them out. Alright, now, so we got to start with the bell pepper. Now, bell peppers, little wrinkles, right? They got little creases and crevices and all kinds of stuff in it. Now, this bottom right here looks pretty flat. So, it looks like it's going to maybe wobble just a little bit. So, what you want to do is you want to just trim the bottom off just a little bit. You don't want a hole in it. You just, because your stuffing will fall out, right? Because we're making the taco stuffed bell peppers. So you just want to trim the bottom of it a little bit flat so that it sits a little flatter than this, because when it cooks and all that stuff's in it, it can tip over and dump everything out, and we don't want that. So what I want to do is get me a good, nice, sharp little knife, and I just want to trim this off so it sits a little bit flat, just a little bit flat, and then I want it to go like that. See? Sits flat. Now, in the event that there are some holes in the bottom of it, that's okay. If there are some holes at the bottom, I'm going to show you when we get to that point what you can do with a piece of cheese. Okay? Now, the next thing is you got to hollow it out a little bit. So, I like to take my little knife and kind of follow the edges all the way around here and just cut down. And what I'm doing is trying to stay as close to that as I can so I can get those little seeds and things out. I'm not as good as some of y'all as cutting these little things open because I got that rheumatoid arthritis, but you know what, it's okay. We're doing the best we can. And I want to pull it out like that, like a plug. See, now it's hollow on the inside. I'm going to clean that out and scoop the contents of that out with a little spoon. Now, I like to save the seeds to plant for later. If you don't want to do that, you can roast those seeds too. But today, I'm not going to do either one of those things. I'm going to collect all these little seeds. I'm going to put them in a little plate. And because my babies are free-ranging outside, I'm going to throw this out in the yard for them and let them eat the seeds because it's good for them. And let them eat these bell peppers and have them a lovely, lovely time. Now what you want to do is you want to brown your hamburger meat or ground beef, whatever y'all call it. Anyway, you want to brown that till it's good. Now what I've got here is I have half a pound of the ground beef and half of sausage. Now it's up to you. If you don't want to put no sausage in it, that's fine. But the sausage that we like to use for this particular thing has a little bit of spice to it. So if you want to get mild sausage, use mild sausage. If you want to use a little bit of hot sausage, you can do that. It's fine. Whatever you want. If you don't want to use no sausage, you don't have to. But we mix a little bit of half and half with it. Ground beef and the sausage. Okay? But you can do either or. All ground beef, all sausage. You can even do sweet, mild Italian sausage. We've done that before. Or hot Italian sausage. Whatever your flavor is, then that's what you can do. Whatever how you want to make your taco meat. But this is how we're going to do it. We're going to do the ground beef. We're going to drain this grease off. Then we're going to add in our taco seasoning like normal, just like if you were making regular tacos. Alright, so we've browned and drained the hamburger meat. Now I'm just coarsely rough chopping some fresh onion. You can put what you want to in yours. Some people can just do the onion powder because folks don't like onion. But me and my kids like onion. I have to fix separate because the hubby won't eat this at all because he don't like it. But anyway, we've got some just regular sweet yellow onion here. I have got 1 cube of butter and a little bit of bacon grease in the bottom of my pan. And all I'm going to do is just stir these around until they get translucent and brown just a little bit. I also got a fresh tomato from the garden right here. It's from my aunt and uncle's garden. It's wonderful. Look at that. We're going to dice this up and we're going to put this in a little bit as well. You want to make sure when you get all this stuff together that you salt and pepper. I got a little bit of this pink sea salt in there. This gets those flavors in that oil in the bottom of that pan because I'm going to use that. And good old fresh ground black peppers and get all that stuff going in there. Then when we add the meat back, I will have to do at that point in time is just work on the actual seasoning flavors. Now once we start caramelizing these yellow onions, we got the salt and the pepper and stuff in here. I add the garlic in towards the end just to open up and get that flavor and toast it just a little bit. And now I'm going to take these fresh tomatoes, seeds and all, because we like the juice, and all this will cook together. And this garden tomato had so many seeds in it, if I'd have picked them all out, I wouldn't have had much left. So I actually want that juice, the base in there. That way when you do your taco seasoning, if you're using a packet of taco seasoning that tells you to add water, you don't have to, because this will give you that good yummy tomato juice right on in it, and it'll give you all the liquid that you need for that dry powder when you get ready to do that. Now if you don't use taco seasoning, from the packet, and you've got some other stuff that you want to use, then feel free to do that. I don't even know. I have to check to see if I've got it. If I don't, then we'll definitely show you how we do this. Now we're going to cook these tomatoes down, let them absorb all the juices from the onions before we add back the hamburger meat. So let's let all this stuff cook on down. Okay, now we have added the hamburger and the sausage mixture back to it, and we're just incorporating all of that taco seasoning from the onions, the tomatoes, and the garlic in it. Alright, so that's what we're doing. Just gonna mix this all in because it's already cooked, and I just want to get all the flavors just mixed in together. That way every bite that you get, you're gonna get something that's gonna be really yummy, and plus that bell pepper crunch too. So this will make it really, really, really good. I growed up eating this stuff over at Granny Ring's house, especially during the summer, because we didn't have money to make taco shells or buy the taco kits that you could get at the time. So we had fresh vegetables. And maybe eventually I'll show y'all how to make stuffed tomatoes, because you can do stuffed bell peppers and stuffed tomatoes too. Now we're going to get ready to stuff the bell peppers. You got your mixture. I've already showed you what we put in it and everything. So remember I told you we had to flatten the bottoms of the bell peppers out, and sometimes you get these little holes on the bottom. You don't really want the holes on the bottom, but you can't help that, right? So what we're going to do before we stuff them is, I've got some of this, what is this? Colby and Monterey Jack cheese. They're just little squares. They're perfect. You don't stick them on the bottom because then they'll stick to your pan and it won't make much sense. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this slice, tuck it down, and you're going to stick it on the inside of that bell pepper. Okay, so you're going to stick it on the inside of that bell pepper. Now, Once this cheese melts, it's going to ooze down and it's going to fill up some of the holes. Yes. Will it leak out? Probably. But because you have a lined, greased pan here, it ain't going to matter, because you'll be able to pop this right off of the greased pan once you get ready to bake this. So now let's start stuffing and let's start filling these bell peppers. Then we're going to put them in the oven on 350 degrees. I mean, that's what my oven's going to cook it at. I don't know where you live. I don't know what your oven cooks at. You know that better than I do. How about that? So let's just get all the stuff and put the little stuff in there. Then we're going to put it on the tray here with our stuff, with our cheese and stuff in it. We got 4 of them because 4 of us are going to eat them. Do as many as you want, whatever you like, okay? If I had some red ones and yellow ones, I'd have those if I was feeding more folks. But this is what we're getting ready to do. So come on and let's stuff these things. Alright, so we've got all these things stuffed. Cheese on the bottom, all of your filling in the middle, and the cheese tucked down in on the top. The reason why I don't lay the cheese on top is because it kind of melts and slides down it, and I want to get the cheese on the inside so it mixes with the mixture from the bottom as well as the filling that's in the middle. So it's kind of layered. It's kind of cool. Anyway, let's pop this in the oven at 350 degrees, and we are going to cook these. Even though the filling's done and the cheese is done, we're going to cook these just until our bell peppers here have softened and maybe a little bit blistered on the outside. Okay? You still want them to have a little crunch, and everybody's got their little taste. So if you want them a little bit more done, cook it a little bit longer. Just don't burn it. And there you have it. They are completely yummy and done. They've got their soft texture on the outside. It's absolutely smells so good in here, and we're getting ready to tear into it. I don't like to show us eating food. I mean, that's not my thing. Y'all make your food, y'all eat it if you want to. But look how pretty that is, and look, it's so... It's hot. Ooh, but it's tender, but it's still got a little bit of a crunch as well. The cheese is just so good on that top there. Look at that. How fabulous is that? Alright, let's move on. After we eat, let's go check on the Fluffs free ranging. Well, good night, everybody. Everybody's already in their places in the barn. Except for the little young ones. The young ones are probably up there. They are. They're up there. They know it's getting dark. It's getting time to go to bed. Everything back there has been cleared out. So there's no pen back there beyond here anymore. So all that's just cleared out and just mud doing its muddy things, drying itself out, I guess. We just had another storm, passing storm, so everything is just mud. It's just mud. That's all it is, just mud. But anyway, so there's the end of the yard. Angry Roo's screaming, everybody's screaming and acting stupid and stuff like that, so. But the young ones are here. We'll have to grab them and put all them in the barn and get everybody placed up and put up. It's going to be hard to catch Roger. Roger's the one on right here at the end. He's so bitey and mean and not fun. But it is what it is. At least everybody else has put themselves up. Alright, good babies. I'm glad you put yourselves up. Anyway, y'all, this is going to end the vlog. It's been raining and muddy and just crazy today. And anyway, it's been one of those days where you just have a hard time in the middle of the day for whatever reason. It's been very rough. And we all have those days where even emotionally you're like, I don't even want to come out here, put anybody up, make sure anybody's up. I don't do any of it. But you have to do it because they depend on you for everything. So anyway, They're spoiled. They're not wild. But they free-ranged all day today. I was going to get some footage of that, and storm came in and just messed things up, and I had to cook supper, and I had to show y'all how to cook some stuff too. So either way, thank y'all for watching and subscribing and joining in the fun. Don't forget to check out the website at CrissyOShow.com, and also don't forget to click on the affiliate links, and any orders that you guys place, you'll get something, and we'll get something. So that's good. You guys will get something when you shop, and my little farm babies get something when you shop. So appreciate it. I'm tired. If you can't be good at it. Bye.